Bro, I wanted to start by asking you about kind of just your whole story because this is your first podcast, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is my first interview, pretty
S-
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
first podcast.
nice.
Yeah,
Well, let's start from the beginning, bro. Like your experiences growing up, where you grew up, where you're from, and kind of how music came into your life.
yeah, for sure, bro. Well, yeah, fucking. I started off like listening to Dad's iPod and that. With like listening to Metallica. I was right into rock, bro. Love the metal. You see the guitar behind me.
Yeah, yeah,
Love that. Had moved around a bit at the start. I was living with my mum. Like lived in Ulladulla area, Milton. Lived around there, and then like moved back and forth. I was Milton to Nowra, back to Milton, and to some little weird town, Tumbarumba. Just moving around a lot,
yeah.
unstable, but it's all right. Fucking, but yeah, and then fuck, I used to get bullied heaps at school and shit because in Tumbarumba, bro, like they had this bring an album today, like your favorite album, like
Yeah.
to school, and I was like probably 12, bought, or not even that, I was about 8, bought D12 World, the album with the like the hand on it.
Yeah,
Like, I bring that in, and all these fellas are listening to like fucking Kenny Rogers and all this shit,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're listening to Sticks, and they all hated me for it, bro. They're like, "What the fuck's this?" Like, I was like, "Welcome to D12 World," sitting there banging it and that. They're like, "Oh no, you can't play this. You can't play this."
Yeah.
Got yeah, and then yeah, fuck, used to get bullied in that there because I was only our school was like only 14 kids in the school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're like all the kids hated me, bro, because I was like the city slicker kid, you know what I mean? So I called dad one day, and I was like, "Fuck, what do I do, man? I hated it here. Like, I want to come live with you because I just hated it here." He's like, "Bro, fuck, if they're picking on you that much, fucking just go and bash the biggest kid there." And I was the littlest kid, man. I was in year 3 or whatever. Ran up, punched him, and was like, "Fuck!" And then that was I got suspended, which is probably I moved to Canberra, and I stayed here ever since. I've been living with dad since then. So that, and then met a few mates in school. We're into rap and shit. Like
Mm.
we're all like rapping up in the cola and that, just mucking around, not taking it serious enough. And then I hit year 7 and we had like I got right into guitar and I had a little band and that, like performing in all the assemblies and little gigs like that. Just playing like fucking Smells Like Teen Spirit. We played Toxicity by System of a Down and a few others. Yeah, and then yeah, after that, left school and none of the band members sort of really kept in touch. So then me and my best mate, one of my best mates, Caleb, he's like two E's. Shout out two E's on Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. He's been on a lot of your tracks, hasn't he?
not like the first track we ever made. We made Bounty Hunters.
Yep.
That's me, him, and I. Like in the back room, bro. We had like blankets set up in the corner. Fucking
Yeah.
had a crack studio version. Fucking learning how to use it all. And that's yeah, it was about 2 3 years of just learning. I was after school, like we had bubs. We had our kid in when I was 16. So yeah, like we left.
Mm.
I left then and just try and get a job, bro. Support him in that. So I didn't really wasn't focused on any music or nothing at that point. And then yeah, sort of just got didn't. I honestly thought you needed like a $50,000 studio to make quality music. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you needed all the gear because that's what I ever seen when I was young. Like 50 Cent in the studios, Dr. Dre's and that behind the big boards and that. I was like, oh. And I looked it up, studied. I was like, oh, geez, you studio like DAWs and that. Got right into it and spent like probably 5 years of producing after
Mm.
I learned a bit of that and that. And then just, yeah, pumping out tracks with two E's. And then I ended up meeting two other rappers, like, well, that guy, Macca, he's a grime rapper. Shout out Macca. Shout out JLP too. Met JLP sort of through Macca. Yeah, and just little rappers and that, meeting around, trying to hype everyone up and that. Done a
Mm.
few gigs. Bloody, like some hydroponics shop. It was a random as they hit us up. They were like, oh, we've got this gig. Like, well, it's not really a gig, like a food truck. They want me to come play a few songs and that. And yeah, we went out there with like that guy, Macca, JLP, two E's, me, and another bloke, Sock. Shout out to Sock too. He's a mad rapper, going places for sure. But yeah, we've done a track with him too. But yeah, we just had a mad gig at the Hydro Festival. It's pretty cool,
Yeah,
first ever
nice.
gig. The
Yeah.
first one, nervous as, like we were shaking on the mic. But the next one, bro, we just sort of got into it and that. That's next year. That's what we want to do now. Is try to get into gigs. So just being in the house, making tunes, posting it, trying to get around. But be good to get out, go hit some clubs up and that.
It's a whole different skill, hey. Like, cause you got the music fucking nailed, bro. If I'm honest, like, and I was actually chatting to Tomahawk. He really liked your submission, bro. He even hit me up about that and said I really like Trevor Wayne. So you got the music down pat, but it's a whole nother skill, isn't it? Getting up on stage and actually putting that to the people.
Yeah, bro, that is, man. Like, yeah, it's all well and good to say it, but then once you get up there, you're like, oh shit, you get the nerve start to hit. But then I don't know, it just snaps a point where you're like, oh well, fuck, I think I'm gonna make a dickhead of myself, look nervous as, or just confidence. You know what I mean? Like project your voice a bit louder and just be confident. Even if you stuff up, just keep going. Like we
Yeah.
said words and no one even noticed. We just kept going.
That's someone
Yeah.
told me that. I think it may have even been Timos told me that that's a big lesson to any up and coming artist, anyone listening or whatever. It's like if you fuck up, just pretend like you didn't. Just keep going, because otherwise, if you say sorry for fucking up, everyone remembers that you fucked up.
Yeah, bro. Well, yeah, it's funny as. But yeah, my little sister said something before. I was like, called my mum and that. So I got this gig and that. Always call her before something cool. I called her just before this. Told her I had this. So yeah, something cool's happening with the rap and that. And then little sister's like, oh, just picture everyone naked before you go out. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking funny thing. I'll do that. And then just you have that little thing in the back of your head. And you're like, oh, yeah, just keep going. But imagine you naked, you fat cunt. I'm joking. But you know what I mean. That's in the back of your head when you said that. I was like, oh, that's funny. As try to do that.
Yeah. Well, it kind of sounds like it was probably a blessing that you went up and punched that kid in school, man, because it led to you moving to Canberra and led to you meeting everyone into rap, and like that's kind of where it all started, right?
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Like my true friend group full happened after that. Yeah, just like mate after mate, like in school, and we're all tired as to this day. Yeah, like still got to get some tracks done with Caleb and that too. He's just been working and that flat out, bro. Like that's pretty much this time of our lives. We've all just got to work now. Don't really have much time to do much, but when we do, got to make the most of it. Get some tracks out and shit. Yeah, that's it. But yeah,
What's your goals with your music, bro? Like, what do you want to do?
I don't know, bro. To be honest, I just want to make music that people love to listen to. Have a little. Wouldn't even. No one listened at the start. We're just making it for ourselves, and then people started to like, oh yeah, they're rapping now, cool. And then just spread it around, and we didn't really take anything on it. We just used it as motivation. We're like, oh, we'll just move on then. We'll try to do another track. By the time it got to the fifth track, I really got into it, like just studying everything about the effects and everything. It got to the point where it was just like, I really want to do this now. Like, because I wanted to. It's weird. Because I'm a beat maker as well. Like before I was got into rapping, I always rapped because I made the beats. I wanted to see what it sounded like with someone over it and that. But I really love making the music and that. So I don't know. It's like a bit of both. I love the production side. I want to help people mix and master and get their music done as well, because I love that. But I also want to get my music out there, get some gigs happening. Try to get out there a bit more, get my name around there. But I don't know, bro. Just like to see you go a bit further.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I
I think you can do something with it, bro. I really think you do. Like you've the streams that you're getting on your music and the attention that you're getting and stuff is like for up and coming artists, like as you would know, it's hard to get any attention at all.
Yeah, bro.
So you've done well, I think, bro. And I think you've got a unique kind of sound to you. You know what I mean? I was going to ask you as well. How did you kind of go finding your sound, finding your style? Because it seems like from the time you've been putting out music on Spotify, you've been pretty consistent with your style.
Yeah. I was sort of like, it's funny because at the start we were sticking to boom bap, like hard boom bap. We used to love like Eminem growing up. Loved all the dirty boom bap beats. Fucking, and I got right into Alchemist. I think I hope I'm saying it right. Alchemist, definitely. Schoolboy Q's producer, just that real rugged, hard sound, bro. And yeah, we just got into that, and then Like, have you ever heard Tara Reid?
Oh, bro, I
Yeah,
love Terror
yeah,
Raid. Yeah.
I don't know. And yeah, I like just I don't know, I love that real hard sound. And then we got
Yeah.
into that, and then we met a few other rappers and that sort of just we didn't really know BPM at that stage because I was like still learning beats and that, and was like moved on from like 60, 70, 80 BPMs to like the 140s, like the grime and that
Yeah.
trap. I was liking it.
Yeah.
You still there, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. My camera's just I need to change the battery. Keep chatting.
All right, bro, no worries. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying actually. No,
Your BPM.
into so around 80 BPM, that was our first tracks. And then we jumped on like grimish, like trappy style stuff around like 140, 130. And then I liked it. But I still I think I'm still sort of finding my sound. Like I really want to do a bit of mix of both, but when I do, I don't know, just always keeping it that hard, aggressive style.
Mm.
I don't know, you know what I mean? But even if it comes down to it's, I don't know, I'll try and mix and mash like the hard boom bap sound with like I don't know, like you know Ocean Wisdom and stuff.
I actually don't, bro. Ocean Wisdom,
Ocean
no.
Wisdom, UK rapper, bro. He's done songs with in Dizzy Rascal.
Okay.
Back in the day, you probably would have heard that all over school.
Yep.
That big, dirty, stinking bass, dirty. That song. He done a
Yeah.
song,
Yep. Yep.
but he goes off on the like that type of shit, man. I really like that. Like he tried bringing Oz style to that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
with a hard voice and hard hitting lyrics, and I don't know, bro. Still sort of carving it out at the moment.
Yeah. Nice.
I actually feel like the last couple of weeks people have been like liking my sound and getting around my sound now. So like I don't know, I like sticking to this hard boom bap style stuff now. You know what I mean? It's like I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying making it. So probably do that, and then eventually whacking some high BPMs in there, in between that hard style, aggressive lyrics.
It's important to have versatility too, isn't it? And to be able to show people that you've got that diverse skill set and like you can adapt to different styles too.
Yeah, that's what I was real like, iffy on putting that stuck in the trap song out because I was like so used to doing hard stuff, and then I was like, oh, I muck around with a bit of melodic, and I
Mm.
really liked it. I was like, oh, that's mad, you know. So I
That's a
sort
great
of
song, bro.
yeah, I like doing stuff like that as well. So you might catch me doing heaps of different stuff, man. Like melodic to hard trap to hard boom bap, probably
Mm.
around that area, you know,
Mm.
carving around my sound around there.
Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, man. Like it seems like boom bap's coming back. You know, a lot of people are talking about it, and personally, I'd fucking love it if boom bap came back. You know, I love boom bap. I love a lot of styles of hip hop, but boom bap is one of my favorites for sure. And if that
Yeah,
came back in the next wave, that'd be sick.
yeah, man, fucking I've just like add a different, unique sort of style on it.
Mm.
Modernize the sound and make it hard. It's all sample based stuff, so it's all it can be done. Like you could sample the maddest fucking drill beat that's popping right now and try to sample it into a boom bap, and they wouldn't even know. But
Mm.
yeah, like well, not really. It's a bit too. I don't know where I'm going with it, but yeah,
But
I don't
boom
know.
bap's versatile, I guess. Yeah.
I'm rambling, but yeah, like I got a record player here, and like I used to go down there. There's a cold chisel in there, but
Nice.
there's heaps of different stuff. I used to go down to like Salvos,
Yep.
just go and have a look at the records, and just like 50 cents, go and buy a fucking stack of them and just play them, put them in mono, listen to them, and carve out a sound, you know. But I swear, there's so many different softwares these days where like it's already done for you. You can go in and it's good as it makes like, life so much easier. Like imagine Dr. Dre back then if he had all this shit now.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Be fucking a god, another level. But anyway, yeah, like there's a software out now called Tracklib. You can go in there and pretty much have the license to use like any song. Like if you look up tracks made with Tracklib when you get bored, and there's heaps of producers that just go on how they made their track, and like with all these old songs just mixed Frankenstein together to make like Mob Deep's fucking fuck man. I know Shook One. Yeah, you know Shook One. Yeah,
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
there's this like Frankenstein of records to make that record. And when you hear it, like the way they done it, just crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Nice.
reckon
So
doing
it's
that.
like a library of samples, more or less, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like full songs, like say there'll be like that Cold Chisel song, but it'll be like you can click on it, extract just the bass or extract just the vocals or just
Yeah, right.
the guitar. Yeah. So, but the old days, I would have had to put it in this, run it through here, go through like the EQs and cut out the high end and then cut out the bass because you don't want the bass in that. But these days, yeah, it's like already all done for you. But it makes this so good. It makes
Yeah.
the creative process a lot easier. Like, because when I first started, bro, I have this mad idea, try to get it, and it just took me 5 years to learn how to get what I wanted in my head to come out right. You know what I mean? Just for all the little technical difficulties. But now everything's starting to just become so nice. Like, you know,
That's what's
it's
always
2023 making music, put it that way.
yeah.
A lot
No,
of good stuff.
that's what's always like stopped me from learning to produce, because I've mucked around a little bit, and obviously I know enough to be able to do the podcast and whatever, the very basics and that.
Yeah.
But
it sounds crisp, bro. Yeah.
oh, thanks, man. Yeah, but like whenever I try, like exactly what you're saying, I've got this idea in my head, like, oh, I want this sound, or like I hear something and I'm like, I want to sample that, but I don't know how to do it. And so, yeah, you by the time you like start learning how to do it, you lose that creative inspiration, and then you just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like that meme. Like, there's a producer meme, and it's like a crazy picture of like a T-Rex saying my idea in my head, and then it's just a kid drawing like a stick figure T-Rex. It's like what I make.
Yeah,
That was like that. That's what I made for ages, bro. But it's gonna keep to it, I suppose. It's like anything. It's like playing guitar. I was crap for ages, like playing Smoke on the Water. Could barely do it. And then all of a sudden, man, your fingers just click. You just start figuring it out, you know? It's like the same with producing. It's weird because I had to look on YouTube, learn this, learn that, learn this. And it felt like I was learning too much, like to put it to use. And then all of a sudden, it just all fucking clicked for me. I was like, oh, that video done that. Like now I've got it all down. I know like EQs, compressors, and limiters, and mastering effects, chains, and all that shit. So yeah, it's good now. You just got to stick to it, I suppose. If I can get through it. But now, yeah, there's a lot of stuff now that we like easy, like not make it easy, but it's still very difficult. You got to want to do it. You got to want to put the time in. But it makes it a lot easier with all these new softwares and that now.
Nice, man. That's good. So do you
Yeah.
think it's a good thing, like the direction we're moving in with like AI and like
Oh yeah.
all that stuff?
I'll let you-
How do you think that's going to impact like making music?
Yeah, like as long I honestly don't mind. Like I don't know. If it sounds good and there's a creator behind it creating it, if they use it as a tool, yes, like I wouldn't mind it as a tool, like a mastering tool, like or a little tiny effects tool to help your voice stand out or something, like using AI or whatever, but not making the whole song. Definitely not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that it's just lose its touch. But there is an art, like it's weird. Have you seen that ghost producer, the AI ghost producer?
No.
He ripped Drake off. Like he goes, like it's weird. It makes his own beats and everything, and then has like a voice changer. But he makes his own lyrics, but uses Drake's voice.
Ah,
And that's where it's like because he full tried to get him. So it was like a lawsuit and that, but they couldn't do anything because it's an effect. Is it Drake's voice is an effect
wow.
through this thing? So they're like, oh, well, we can't really do anything. And people were loving the song more than most of Drake's like real songs. That's why I got shit. And then he's like,
Wow.
the lawsuit came out or something. I'm like, don't hold me to it. I remember like reading it a while ago. But yeah, and apparently couldn't do anything because it come off as an effect, like a voice effect.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Drake, like you're not really copy, like because he wrote everything himself, just use the voice.
I
So it's
think
like,
that'd piss me off.
yeah, but I like the song too.
It was good.
I think I'm like, oh, that's crazy, but because you wouldn't even think. But then you're like, it's crazy. It's it's just a weird fucking thing. But you're like, oh, fuck, crazy song. But yeah, you just wouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Like on the daily. But he's just a producer, so he's just like sitting there making beats, probably just trying to get the views for his page and shit. He's like, oh, I'll see what happens, and it blew up. So he's just like,
Yeah.
oh, TikTok would have blew it up and that. So I'll keep doing this.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like with this lawsuit, even though, you know, initially it could seem like a negative thing, this lawsuit would have given him all the fucking publicity in the world, and now everyone knows
It
about
would
the
have
guy.
come back to him. Yeah, like
Yeah.
to Drake anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, I want to hear the difference. Like hearing Drake, like, what's going on?
Yeah, it would have worked out well for him. What do you think about that, man? What do you think about cancel culture and, like, you know, that whole idea of, like, yeah, I guess that situation that we're talking about there, you know, Drake, I guess you could say, was trying to cancel the producer, and like with other people, you know, in music and comedy, people trying to cancel people. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? What do you think about that?
It just depends in what situation, I suppose. Like, I don't know, I'd be pretty pissed off if if someone stole my voice and made a crazy song and it went
Mm,
viral. But
mm.
if you are at the point where Drake's at that point, like it's not as if he just stole his flow and took it from him from under, pulled the rug from Drake before he got big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's weird. There's a lot of variables, but like Drake at the point where he's now, who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? Like, but yeah, I don't know. I'd still be pissed off and probably want to do something about it, but I don't know. And yeah, Drake's point and that little ghost producer just trying to make a cool little song. Yeah, I suppose don't really worry about cancelling him.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
try to say
exactly.
full on hit him up and be like, "That's a dope song." That's probably what I would have done. I would have DM'd him like, "That was a dope song, bro, but please don't bite on my style. Like that's my voice.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
livelihood. If people start listening to you now, like what a making better songs than I actually make with your AI.
Yeah.
It's like this comes down to a moral thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I suppose. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can do it
exactly.
once or twice, but don't rip me off for bloody ever.
And
Or
he
try.
could, in theory, like he could make it appear as though you're saying certain things in a song that you don't actually agree with.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
yeah, exactly. Like she could be just rambling, like make a diss track or something on something like
Exactly.
that. And just, he full believes it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like deep fake shit. People
Yeah.
pretending they're like the government in their photos. Like all those ads I see, I always see like a deep fake Mr. Beast with like those little apps behind them. Like
Oh yeah.
you can get this, and you can tell it's like just an AI Mr. Beast voice with like crappy lips moving. Like not it doesn't even match up. But yeah, you're like, oh fuck, all right, scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy the way it's moving. It's moving pretty quick. AI, chat GPTs and all that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bro,
Crazy.
I agree with what you said, man, about using it as a tool. Like I use ChatGPT not as much now, but at the very start of Discover Hip Hop, I was using it every day, multiple times
Yeah.
a day. Because I don't
Yeah.
know shit about lighting. I don't know shit about, like, you know, this or that or whatever. So I'm like asking it about lighting, marketing, bro. It helps you come up with marketing plans, business plans. How should I approach this? It's fucking great, man.
Yeah, bro. Fucking know. Like, and why not if it's right there? Fuck, it's going to take you like 10 hours to do it that way or
Exactly.
find that exact answer on the spot.
Yeah.
Of course,
But
you.
I think what you said is the key, that it has to be used as a tool and not as a replacement for the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was watching iRobot the other day and I was like, geez, like, this is probably what it's going to be like. So, like,
Yeah.
crazy AI minds get put in these robots. Like, watching, I don't know if it was a fake, like a meme or something, like a Photoshop, but this robot, bro, was having a spar with like just this boxing coach. And this robot, man, you wouldn't even fucking, like, it's crazy the skill it had, like the way it walked and stepped and that. It's like, then it made me watch iRobot, and I was like, fuck, it's like that robot that I seen on that meme was better than these. It's
Wow.
like, we're fucked.
That's crazy.
Not really, but fuck, you know
But
what
it
I
will
mean?
be. It will
Yeah,
be for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope.
Bro, tell me about your guitar playing. I didn't realize you played guitar. I think maybe you mentioned it
Yeah,
when we spoke earlier, but I used to play guitar a lot, man.
yeah, bro. Yeah, fucking well, I started from Guitar Hero and that. Just
Oh,
like,
true.
yeah, just listening, playing that as a kid, bro. I love that Legends of Rock game. Playing Versing the Devil at the end. Played
Yeah.
it like 20 times. But it took me like, because I didn't realize I was left-handed because I didn't know about guitars. I only picked up the Guitar Hero guitar. Like I'm right-handed with everything else, but when I play
Wow.
guitar, I play left-handed.
Yeah,
So I
right.
always played lefty. So I had to fuck around and always finding out, like, because I had to play people's right-hand guitars. So I went down to like fucking cash converters for my first guitar because I just redone it, all the dials and that, like Jimi Hendrix, like just restrung it, and everything was on the top.
Wow.
So as a drum. But yeah, this is all done properly now, like all proper strung. I've got like 3 left-handers now. But yeah, I'll play you something real quick.
Yeah, nice. It's not picking up, bro.
Pardon?
It's not, the mic's not picking it up. I can't hear it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Hold on. That's crazy. Hold on. It might be because the mic's like on the ground there. I'll try to see something else. Hold on. But it's acoustic. It's not plugged in anything. Can you hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
I'll try to play something.
Yeah.
Bro, if
for
you
the
heard
most
that.
For the most part, same thing. It didn't really come through, but I got a glimpse of it. And I play guitar a little bit. I can see what your fingers were doing. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just acoustic. Probably, I don't know. The mic's like covered on the bottom. I don't know what's going on.
I think it might be filtering it out. I think it thinks it's background noise or something. But
yeah. It's probably got like some software that makes it cut out the background noise and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fucking love it though. Got into like all the Black Sabbath, man. I love Black Sabbath. Love fucking heaps of shit. I was right into death metal and that as a kid, like Death Clock and Lamb of God and all that. I just love the pattern. I'm not so much the screaming in that, the screamer of it. I just love the intricate, fucking crazy patterns with the like tribal drums going on, man. It's crazy. I always love those drum patterns. But then that's probably honestly where my flow comes from as well, like with rapping, because it's like your mouth is a drum set in a way. You're speaking in syllables, like I'm speaking in syllables right now, like that. You know what I mean? That's it, like where you can get those real skippy flow patterns. So I usually tap it out. I tap my flow into the beat, and then I'll like fill the words in to that tap if I want that flow. Because that way I don't know. It's just because I always used to like making a random solo in a bunch of chords, and then I don't know. It's like just drum patterns with your mouth to keep on beat. That's what I always try to stay on flow as much as I can, and then just have a skippy pattern to it and that. It's probably why if you go listen back, you probably just that's what he does.
Well, I actually noticed that, bro. It's funny you brought that up because I can't remember actually which song it was specifically, but you had the lyrics up on Spotify. So I was watching the lyrics and trying to and I saw the lyrics there, and I was going to try and like rap along in my head, but like the flow was so unpredictable. I couldn't tell where you were going with it, and it was so good. And it was like I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's probably going to do this, and then it was completely different. I was like, wow, okay, so that's really interesting. So you start with the flow, and then you fill the words in.
Or like sometimes if I'm walking around and I just have a killer bar in my head, I have to write it down. But most part, I put a beat on and just try to find a flow,
that's good
cool. Flow, and then just fill it in, fill the words in. Yeah, but it's I don't know. I've got to get into because lately I've been writing pretty consistent in that. But before, because I'd make a beat every day, post it every day on YouTube and stuff. And that used to because I wanted to sell beats and that. I'm still doing it. I've still got like heaps of beats. Trevor on the beat, if anyone wants to look it up and that. Got to put some more up, but it's mainly just boom bap at the moment. A couple trap songs in there and that. But just mainly all boom bap at the moment. But I don't even know what I was going with. What was your question again? You asked something. I was getting.
I don't remember. Fuck it.
I've had a bit too many fucking bongs.
Bro, I don't know how you do it, man. Like I've tried like having weed and then doing a podcast with one of my mates. I can't do it, man. Like my head, like I talk a bit when I'm sober, and then as soon as I have weed, my head just, like my brain just stops.
That's weird. Because when my son was born, I quit weed for like 8 months straight. Like just didn't touch it and that, looking for jobs and that, trying to get on our feet. And then we've sort of settled down, and I went over to my mate's place once. We had a couple bongs there. Same thing, bro. Just, like, blew your head off. You couldn't sit down, couldn't think straight, couldn't do anything. And then, I don't know, it just gets to the point where it's like, I don't know, it's like I am sober when I smoke weed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
I
really,
get you.
it's just, it's sort of like, I don't know. Doctor give you some prescription pills. The first time you have it, you're like, Jesus. And then you fucking, you get used to them and you're like, oh, there's actually benefiting me and not getting weird side effects and that. It's weird. It's not benefiting me in any way. It's an addiction now. It's just a pain in the ass, really, at this point.
So what do you think about weed, man? Because I think it's a complicated drug, and like I'm pro weed, but I think that I think there's more to it than weed is great, and I think we should talk about that. But what do you think about weed, man? Like,
Fuck, I love it. It's a love-hate relationship, I love it, but I hate it because it is an addiction. I mean, I have to have it every day. And I mean, I have to have it before bed or whatever, you know what I mean? Otherwise I'll get agitated. So that's the hate relationship. Fucking It's an addicting drug. Makes you lazy sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, heaps of downsides to it. But for the medical part, you know what I mean? Like, go for it. I remember seeing all these documentaries on, like, the kids back in the day that were having the seizures. Like, and they were really hard on it. Like, that sort of stuff, bro. At that time, the coppers should have just been like, I'm leaving. See you later. Like, look at that. Look at the kid just get better in an instant like that. You know what I mean? And she doesn't look stoned enough. For that side, definitely, 100%. But, like, for recreational users, if you just fucking try keep 2 weekends anyway. That's all I'm saying. Don't try to do it every day.
Yeah. I think that's the key, man. I think that's what I've found works best for me. I used to be an everyday smoker a few years ago, and then similar to you, I had a break off it. I don't know how long my break was, but it was long enough. When I had the break, I was like, oh, I'm never doing weed again. But then I realized, like, oh, okay, I can have a healthy relationship with weed. And right now, to be honest, I'm probably smoking a bit too much because I do want to keep it just the weekends, but I have been doing it during the week. But it's like, for me, it's whatever I feel like I'm in control and those negative side effects aren't there, then I think it is actually can be beneficial, like for creativity, bro.
Yeah,
People say it doesn't boost creativity, but it fucking does, man. Like, if I have a bong and then I sit down here and listen to some music and try and think of ideas for Discover Hip Hop, I'll come up with all these fucking ideas and write them down and shit. You know what I mean? It's great.
Yeah, but that's it. Fucking it's always been in every one of our songs anyway, put it that way. We always needed it to create some bars.
It helps with rapping, right? It helps you, like, fucking something about weed and rap. They just go so well together. Like, you just zone right in on what you're doing, eh?
Yeah, bro. But like, you get, like, I don't know, just fucking, and as a prank too, you're in the studio, you're trying to get a bar for fucking 20 minutes straight. It's just going mental. Like, fuck, go, boom.
Yeah.
And then you forgot about the problem. Then you come back and you're like, got it. Got it.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck, what's the fuss about? Love it. It probably does help you like that, especially if you're getting angry in the booth, fuck, trying to get your take in that, like, fucking come do it. Wrote it down so good.
Yeah.
What? I got
it. Yeah. Bro, I want to go back to your time in school a bit, if that's all right, because I resonated with a few bars in your song Exorcism. We actually spoke about it briefly in the comments of one of the podcast episodes. Like you said in that track, I think this is the right word for word, but correct me if I'm wrong. I grew up with these tables flipped. Seems like now they're turning.
That's it. Yeah.
So what does that mean to you?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Just grew up, just moving around a lot. Like, I don't know. Never was really stable, Like, until I moved to Canberra and that, like I was saying. I've always had a good life. Mum was the best. Everyone was the best, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know. And I had, just a fair few dramas with the police and that, like, with my mum at the time. Like, that was after school though, sorry. And, like, moving around in school and after school, like, just a little bit of dramas that happened with family past and that. And I felt like all my tables were flipped. Like, I was just real depressed. And then bang, like, this feels like I'm getting out of that state now. So they're turning. Feels like all the tables were flipped, but now I'm turning them, trying to get out.
That's good, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a very powerful line. I mean, I resonated with it because, in a literal sense, I was flipping tables in school. I had mad
yeah,
problems, and similar to you, I went to I was in a small town, and I went to a small high school, much bigger than yours, but it was 300 ish people in the school,
yeah,
or 250, I think, and it's the same thing. It's like you're either going to get along with those people or you're not, because there's no diversity in like interests or anything. It's like there's so few
yeah,
people that it's like this is what you've
yeah,
got, and if you
yeah,
don't fit
that's
in
it.
with that,
Yeah,
that's
because
it.
they're all like the day ones. Like they all grew up in that town, and I'm
Yeah.
just a friend. If not one of them likes me, then they're all gonna group. So
Mm,
that's what it's like at that point. I was just like, fuck, what do I do, Dad? What do I do, Dad? It's
yeah.
like if they're all bullying you, you got 14 kids there, and you want to live with me, fuck, like go and hit the biggest kid there. It's like good advice, Dad. Looking back on it, but I did, and that's look what it did. It changed everything.
Yeah.
The
Bro, I
move
was
got suspended for doing that.
mm,
So I couldn't be at that school anymore, and then moved to Canberra where I met all my friends and shit. So yeah,
it works out better, eh?
yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Yeah, I think there's some people that just really struggle with the did you struggle with the school system itself, or was it just the other kids?
it was a bit of both. Like well, ever since I moved here, was I never really struggled with other kids in that because of what Dad taught me.
Yeah.
As soon as I got to the school, anyone picked on me, I just make sure I fucking bashed them, bro. The biggest cunt. Not trying to be a tough cunt or anything, but just
Yeah.
like fucking, like I'm a little cunt, and everyone that was bigger than me were picking on. If I ever seen anyone getting bullied and that, like I would stand up for them and that, like, and that's probably what put me in the sort of group where you wanted to be, like not a bunch of dickheads, but they're all the chilled, down to earth, real people.
Mm. That's what you want, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, there's a lot of people that wouldn't stand up for someone like that and wouldn't get involved. So props to you for doing that, bro. And it sounds like it probably comes from a place of like you've kind of lived that yourself, you know?
yeah, yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I feel you, man. I think it's a controversial kind of opinion, but I agree. I think it's probably the approach I will take is to teach my because I was bullied a lot as well. And
yeah,
I was taught not to hit people. And so I just fucking copped it, man. And then it would build up to the point where, like I was saying, I'd literally throw tables. I'd throw fucking tables, I'd throw shit at teachers, chairs at teachers, tables, everything, man. Just fucking freak
yeah,
out.
yeah, fucking
I think it's a much better approach, like you said. If as soon as someone starts picking on you, show them that it's not going to happen, and just whatever you got to do. If you got to fucking, if you got to hit them, and show them like I'm not going to put up with this.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, just get it like fucking, and that's what sort of happened. And yeah, it led to not getting picked on. You know what I mean? And finding a good group of friends who like standing up for other people and shit.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Got any more questions, man?
Yeah, for sure. So I want to know.
I might do one or two, and I'll probably jet off if that's all sweet, man.
Yeah, bro, absolutely. So yeah, okay, we'll get I'll have a quick look at what I got here and decide which one I'd like to ask you. Um, so I'll ask you one more, and then if it's all right, we got one that's come in from a fan or whatever to ask you a question too. So
Yeah, bro.
what I want to ask you is, what's it been like for you? What's your experience been like trying to stand out and be unique amongst everyone else that's putting music out in the Oz scene?
Yeah, just I don't know, bro. Just trying to like at the start. I don't know. It's just you never really knew what to write about in that, and because I was just starting out fresh, write my first raps. I sort of just it was a facade, like to I don't know, because you're just writing all these hard bars. You've never done anything in your life. All I'm trying to say now is try to keep it true. Try to put some elements of truth in, like from your past, because I'm starting to realize like because that drill come out, bro. It was a big drill wave. We went jumped on drill songs, acting like, yeah, man, spitting hard bars because we love the sound of the beats and that. Not like trying to act like we are someone Shanks and Shivs or whatever, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like as long as you keep it real and keep it to yourself. I'm not saying half of them aren't real. I'm just saying that, like real bars. Just try keep real to yourself, and then you will feel probably better about it once you've written it. It's not just fucking unless you want to write like some crazy rap with punchlines and that's all you're doing is specifically designed, like wanting to make hella bars that hit hard. But yeah, I don't know. I've just started to add a little bit of more me into the bars, you know what I mean? Not just like punchlines and random shit here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
nice.
Yeah,
No, I think that's good, man. Like, because whatever you're doing, it is standing out. You know, I think like, you know, as I was saying before, as you would know, it's hard to get that traction as an underground artist, but you seem to have gotten some traction. So I think it's good, bro.
yeah, no,
Whatever
shit,
you're doing
bro.
is working, yeah. And okay, so the one that comes in from a fan, I believe it's Rock Therapy Records. Let me just double check that. But yeah, he wanted to know if you collect any CDs or records, like if because you've got a record player, so I assume you
Yeah,
probably
I
do.
feel good. Yeah, I've got a box of them somewhere. I've got NWA albums. I have NWA, the straight out of Compton. I got Tool, a lot of Tool. Like,
Yeah.
so I got the Opiate album with the priest standing there with like praying 3 times. I was just tripped out. Yeah, but tripped out album covers and that. I love them. And I've got just pretty much just sample album covers, albums from there, like sample records, bro. Just trying to look for like random stuff down the shops and that. Just trying to get little clips for the like little samples.
You want
But
something unique too, eh?
yeah. She probably won't find. I'll shut this door. But just fucking like Tool albums, NWA, heaps of fucking different stuff really, and then sampling stuff just for samples.
Yeah, nice. Nice, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And
No,
these days, everything you want to listen to is just on fucking streaming platforms now, eh?
yeah. Oh, exactly, man. Yeah.
If you can't find it, yeah. So good. Yeah, she's looking for my big box, but I think fucking got it at Dad's or something like that. Because
Oh, yeah.
I was in the midst of moving and that, so I thought because I've got this little mic set up here, and I used to have a booth and that. So this is just like a little box that your mic goes in. But it's real good. It goes all right. Like that's what Exorcism was made on. Stuck in the Trap was made on.
Fuck
But
yeah.
I really love the sound of my booth. Like I'm gonna get that set up again when I get the new house up. Fucking just to do it all properly now. It's all done properly. It's just like I've just got like a desk here. You know what I mean? The sub. Like
Yeah.
mixing things.
Damn, that's a big board, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. From so cool. My mate was doing jobs for the war memorial, and had a whole pile of music gear just sitting there they were throwing out.
Wow.
And he walked up, bro, and he's like, I'm taking it then. And my
Yeah.
mate's fucking a rapper for guitars and shit, I'm taking. And had this match that, it's just a cunt to get running, bro. Like, it works fine. It's just that you need like 24 cables to run into like an audio interface to have this big desk. You know, I just haven't got space for it at the moment. But once I do, definitely. Because
Yeah.
when I moved in here, it was sort of only like a couple of months guaranteed because the landlord's building the new house here or something, like where we moved into. But then the permits couldn't get passed or anything, so it ended up being extended. So now it's like probably February or something. But in February next year, we'll move out and get new everything. We're gonna just explode the setup. Even try get some like I want to try get some studio time for people and that, charge some studio time. Like, make beats for them. Like, so I could make like any beat they want, really. Get them to come in, make an album or something, and I can get some studio time happen for people.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
if you have 2 minutes after we finish up, I might ask you about something about beats and stuff if you got a couple minutes.
yeah, definitely, bro, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
sweet. Is there anything you want to put out into the world, like your Instagram, any upcoming tracks, anything like that you want to put out there, bro?
I got a new song, "Fuck the System." I'm not even settled on that name yet, but I got a new track coming soon. I'll play a little preview if you want. If you want to hear
Yeah,
it,
for sure.
It might cut it off, but
Well, if it does,
I'll
if you
send it to
want,
you.
send us a clip and I'll end the
Yeah,
episode with it.
yeah, I'll send it. I've already made the album cover actually, and it is called "Fuck the System." So I will just leave it. It's called
Yeah.
"Fuck the." So yeah, new track, "Fuck the System." It's got some like like I said before, I just put a little slice of emotion in there just from my past. Got a bar in there that says, fucking It's just emotional. I probably won't even bring it up, to be honest, but you'll hear it and you'll understand. Just a lot of past things. But anyway, yeah, just want to say, yeah, shout outs to my mum, my sister, and 2E's and fucking everyone we're on the come up with, really. Yeah.
My brain be fried like a bird up on a lightning rod. Every track I jump on turns to gold, got the Midas touch. Sometimes I've had enough of cunts. When I grab a nugget, I'm combusting up the butt. I keep a wavy, brother. I'll never get enough. I'm not playing games of poker, but I'm seeing through your bluff. I'm sick of all these fake fucks, sick of all these snakes in the grass. They're trying to keep me down, I had to get it cut. Keeps you moving forward, gotta do it on my ones. So watch me grab an ounce of acid tabs and take that shit up to my gums. Cause lately I've been feeling fucking crazy as fuck. All these haters gonna hate, but they can suck on my nuts. I'll keep on writing my bars, I'm still not giving a fuck. So fuck them, I'll murder verses until everyone has heard of me. Chopping up these rappers, lay them dead up in a nursery. Turn them into fertilizer, leave their body underneath the soil. When I plant the seeds, they'll never find a murder scene. My bar's vicious, I'm coming in hard with it. Have to spark up a spliffy when I'm filling up my liver with liquor. I'm a motherfucking narcissist. Just like Biggie, all I really wanna know is where the party's at.
Where the party's at, where the party's at. Where the party's at.
Keep spitting riddles to the rhythm, screaming fuck the system. Hated the government ever since they took my little sister. Feeling pain in my heart every day, just so I miss your brain. Be feeling like it's stuck in prison, shit been glitching, moving back and forth. I keep on hoping for a difference. I'll keep on murking verses, catching snitches like I'm playing Quidditch. Feeling like I'm in a circus while I'm screaming fuck the system.
Feeling like I'm in a circus while I'm screaming fuck the system.
My brain be fried like a bird up on a lightning rod. Every track I jump on turns to gold, got the Midas touch. Sometimes I've had enough of cunts. When I grab a nugget, I'm combusting up the butt. I keep a wavy, brother. I'll never get enough. I'm not playing games of poker, but I'm seeing through your bluff. I'm sick of all these fake fucks, sick of all these snakes in the grass. They're trying to keep me down, I had to get it cut.